Well, hello, Taurus. Sorry for the late response. I'm seriously having the biggest issue with StreamYard today, and I'm putting the blame on StreamYard. It's not even StreamYard, it's just me. I'm just really delayed today. But welcome, Taurus, and welcome to your general love reading. So, we're going to be doing things a little bit different from last week's reading. So, we are going to be focusing on the shadows within not only you, Taurus, but the person that you're interested in, okay? So, whether you're single and you're dreaming of someone, whether you're in a relationship and having issues and feeling a disunion within, or just wanting to know the issues within you guys, within the connection, and even for people who are in separation. Okay, so this applies to not only singles, but couples and complicated relationships, all right? So we are going to be tapping into your shadows, right? All the problems, the fears, the wanting to restart, starting over, all that crap, right? All the shadows, all the dark areas of your life, Taurus, okay? Trigger warning now, all right? So this may trigger you. We are going to touch some sensitive subjects, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what Spirit wants me to tell you, okay? So the messages come through, and if they're for you, they're for you. If they're not, if you are more progressed in this specific area, then gladly move on, okay? Exit stage left. Don't be negative here. All right, so anything I don't go over in the intro, you guys, it's in the description box, okay? Somebody brought to my attention that the intros were lengthy, and honestly, they were. So it is what it is, and I'm just going to get into the reading. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. The comments are open, and I can see your comments, and I will interact with you guys. Hi, Michael. So I am pulling 6 cards for you guys, okay? Taurus. I just finished Aries reading, so I apologize. So Taurus. Your first card up is the Nine of Swords. I will show you guys as I actually explain them when we go through to clarify and everything. But right off the bat, I do feel like, honestly, there was this sense for a lot of my Tauruses. You guys were in your head and you were up late at night a lot, but I feel like you're getting over this, okay? So I feel like now, honestly, a lot of my Tauruses regained their footing, okay, so to speak, and they're kind of more, again, not reliving those memories, not replaying those memories, not being stuck in your head over, those certain thoughts that just keep you or used to keep you up at night, okay? You guys have gotten over this, but clearly Spirit is bringing it up for a reason, so we will find out what's going on. We also have the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? Five of Wands is all about no more competition, right? No more having to compete for things. We also have the Five of Cups. Interesting enough, you guys have 2 fives on the table already. Five of Cups, again, this is someone who is basically just walking out on you walked out on you emotionally, okay? This is someone who walked away from you, you feeling that loss, or this could be somebody you walked away from and feeling that loss, but also not realizing what you had, or not realizing what you have, okay? So this could be past tense, somebody walked away, had, but also have, like something that's in front of you that you're not seeing. So we will dissect this and find out what's going on here. You also have the Emperor coming through in your reading, all right, Taurus, which means obviously, clearly, when it comes to some of your shadows, some of your dark areas, your fears and your problems are going to lie within this counterpart that you are either dealing with or imagining, okay? Because we tend to see people as perfection, and no one is perfect, okay? 5th card up, we do have, wow, interesting enough, wait, what is this? Oh, 6 of Cups. Interesting. I've never looked at this card in this deck, the Deviant deck. Deviant Tarot is the name of this deck. You did get it in the reverse. I just want to show it to you in the upright. It's very interesting for a 6 of Cups. The puppet master, right? The audience, but how the audience is watching the puppets. The puppets are having a good time. Like, interesting enough. There's so much to this picture. There really is. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll have to dissect that a little bit more. But anyways, you guys, you also got the 6 of Cups in reverse, okay? One more card, please, Spirit, when it comes to my Taurus's energy, shadows of my Taurus's, the dark places in life, etc. Spirit, I cannot talk. Look, you guys. There we go. Tower. All right, so bottom of the deck, wow, 10 of Pentacles. All right, so clearly Taurus energy coming through, right? 10 of Pentacles is all about abundance, right? Completion when it comes to manifestation. So I feel like, honestly, for a lot of my Tauruses, I feel like now you understand what it is to manifest, okay? This could be why you're no longer in your thoughts about certain things, but we're going to dissect because clearly Spirit's bringing this up. So let's go ahead and just start with the beginning, and we'll get into clarifying, and then we'll get into your person after we face your shadows and get overall advice from Spirit, okay? So the 9 of Swords in reverse, you guys, is a lot of, again, releasing the burdens when it comes to, the things that used to keep you up at night, the things that used to haunt you, just all the bad thoughts that you used to have. This is past tense, all right? So Spirit, why is the Nine of Swords here? What's going on with the Nine of Swords? Show me what I need to see when it comes to my Tauruses and this Nine of Swords in the dark area. Please show me what I need to see. Interesting enough, yeah, Knight of Wands coming out. So this has to do with not having a passionate counterpart, okay, straight up. Or someone being passionate elsewhere, okay? So again, I really feel like, period, if you're looking at this from a standpoint as they left you or they're not being passionate towards you, you could also look at it like you're having a lack of passion within and a lack of passion without, okay? So maybe you are not being passionate, you're missing a passionate connection. There's so many explanations as to this. So we're gonna get a few more cards here. Spirit, what's going on with this Nine of Swords? Good luck. So something that has to do with, you thought something was good luck here. Something that was passionate, okay? Maybe it's this connection, maybe it's something deeper. We should be able to find out by the end of clarifying all of these cards, but all in all, you felt like something was good for you, and it wasn't. It was passion. It was lust, okay? And I feel like even what you thought was passionate wasn't passion. It was passion for you, but maybe it was lust for this other person, okay? But you know this in past tense, so you know this for what it is now, I feel like. Yeah, a decision, like the last judgment in reverse. This is a decision not made here. So I feel like, honestly, you thought this person was good luck. I feel like they didn't make a decision, or either you didn't make a decision, Taurus, okay? Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, there was a choice made, and this choice had nothing to do with you. This was a third party here. This was a third party, or the decision not made to end a third party, okay? Something, and keep in mind, too, when I say third party, we don't necessarily have to be speaking of an actual physical person. We can be speaking of, or I can be speaking of, work. This is more passion. This is going to be more fun, more creative, more influence. So maybe going out and socializing, being in a pool league, you know what I'm saying? Extracurricular activities, bingo, whatever the hell your preference is, right? We all have different boats that we float, but ultimately there's a decision that's not made, referring to this third situation. So I feel like they didn't release this third party, okay? Whatever this third party is to you. This third, we'll call it the 3D attachment, right? It also has to do with this passion, this King of Cups energy coming through, okay? I don't know, could be dealing with a water sign. Ultimately, this is someone who's just, you want this person to be the King of Cups, right? You want this person to be powerful when it comes to love. You want them to take action when it comes to expressing their emotions. You want them to communicate their emotions. You want them to want the same things as you, okay? You want the duality, you want the union, you want the coupling, you want long-term stable commitment, right? Trust, loyalty, all the whole 9 yards, right? You want this person to be that, okay? So you want them to feel this, we'll call it a void because everything is illusion. So you want them to fill this void, okay? Let's take a look at the Five of Wands here. So clearly we know that this used to bother you, Taurus, a lot, right? Because you thought this person was good for you straight up, and it just wasn't as what it was, right? It kept you up at night because this person did not produce for you. This person did not commit. This person did not, this person didn't give you, right? They had you feeling like your passion, your love was passion, or they had you feeling like your love was something to toy with, right? It was an option. Not that you were an option, your love was an option. This is different. I don't feel the same energy that I was feeling with all my other readings where it was like greedy, lusty, just ego type energy. I'm feeling, let me just hold off. I don't want to say it yet. I'm just feeling like more of the regret, like feeling like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. Why is this Five of Wands here, Spirit? Show me what I need to see when it comes to this Five of Wands, please. There's that King of Cups again. What's going on with this Five of Wands? Sorry if I'm a little slow, you guys. My finger is seriously hurting. What is going on with this Five of Wands in reverse? So it has to do with this King of Cups. So it's this person that you've clicked on this video for straight up. Something did flip. Hold on. Did I pass it up? Interesting. I swear I saw something flip. Did y'all see that? Anyways, let's go back. Nope, yep, there was something. There it is. Death card. Bam, look at that. Seriously, I cannot make this shit up, all right? I knew I saw something flip. So interesting enough, I feel like this person is going through a transformation. Possibly you can too, and that's why I'm feeling a different feel with you, Taurus, than I have the other readings. So unlike a connection of somebody just literally not realizing what they had and choosing other options, this is more of a fear, okay? Not intentional greed. Does that make sense? This is more on the opposite end of the scale. This person, though, look, they're in the upright, okay? So they're not in reverse, meaning, I know, sorry, the lighting is really bad, you guys. Meaning that they're not in separation within themselves. So that means that there's something going on within them that's very balanced coming through in this reading, okay? They are going through a transformation, though. So I feel like this competition, I don't know, we're going to find out what this competition is. This competition might have been like this person felt like a fear of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they felt threatened by you. Not threatened in a violent way, threatened like you would do better than them in life, like competition type of threatened, right? Interesting. Spirit, what's going on with this Five of Wands here? Show me what I need to see, please. Why is this Five of Wands here in reverse? Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Wands. There's that Three of Wands in reverse. So again, I feel like honestly the competition was whatever they were putting their focus on, okay? So whether they chose money over you, either way it was unbalanced and it was on their own wrongdoing, okay? Taurus, it's important to understand that. So whatever happened whenever they walked away from you, it's important to understand in this reading coming through very strongly that this person didn't walk away from you because you did something wrong, okay? And that hasn't come through in any of my other readings, okay? And honestly, with the shadow work, I'm trying to highlight the areas that a person needs to work on so that they can have complete union, so that they can have perfect union within, so that they can't get damaged, but also so that they can attract someone who is also the same, right? Not what they've been in. With this energy, it's opposite. With this energy, again, the competition has to do with something else. I don't feel third party here. Does that make sense? Like I feel third party, but it's not like physical person. I feel like this person had something else and it was them. Do you get what I'm saying? Not an actual physical person. Now, even if they've gotten into a relationship now, I'm just saying the reason this connection didn't work or the reason they walked away from this connection, whether you're in union or not, is because of the fact that they had something else that their focus was on. So whether this was family, whether this was work, whether this was their own shit in their own head, my point is that's where this energy is coming from. So this is what makes your reading, Taurus, different from the other readings, okay? All in all, though, there was competition. You felt very unbalanced because this person gave their energy elsewhere and you really didn't know what that energy was because they never clarified it. But you felt it. Why is the Five of Cups here, Spirit? What's going on with this Five of Cups? King of Swords, mental clarity. Yeah, I feel like honestly, interesting enough, already coming through pretty heavy. The person that walked away from you, or the person, this is someone walking, no, I'm sorry. This is you walking away from someone, not them walking away from you with the Five of Cups in the reverse, okay? So again, this isn't you feeling left out in the cold. This is you pushing somebody out, okay, Taurus? Important to understand that because we'll look at it from the other perspective as well. But it's important to understand, again, that this is you walking away from something, you walking away from love and failing to see what's right in front of you, okay? King of Swords, though, you know this. King of Swords energy, you're taking action towards this. I feel like some of you guys have walked away too. Like whether, and again, this could be that mirroring energy. I am going to be honest with you guys. When I was shuffling 3 cards, I didn't want to bring it up because it's the same energy in all the other readings. Okay. And I'm just tired of this dang energy of this reconnect, twin flame, union, the karmic bad negative energy coming back. Okay. The bad, not the bad ex, but just, you know, the one you clicked on this dang video for, right? Let's be honest. Interesting enough, though, 3 cards had flipped over when I was pre-shuffling, okay? It was the reconciliation, right? Temperance. It was, reconciliation. I don't even remember the other ones. But it was the same thing, like return of the ex, right? Interesting enough. We'll find out. Sorry, you guys. Either way, I feel like you honestly, it's like you know this, okay? You know that you have the mental clarity you needed within you, Taurus, to where you literally know that there's also something you're walking away from. Oh yeah, the mirror card. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay, so the mirror card flipped over as well when I was pre-shuffling, and this is telling me that you guys are mirroring each other, which means, of course, you don't have to mirror at the exact same moment. So basically, it can be your person doing something first, and if you guys are energetically connected, you're going to end up doing the same thing, maybe not at the same time, but maybe a year later, months later. You get it? So I feel like that's what this is, okay? I feel like, honestly, maybe this person walked away from you. It's kind of like the games, right? This person walked away from you. It made you feel like shit. And so you went through pain, you went through a little bit of time of like, you know, maybe not fully letting go of it and holding a little bit of resentment. And I feel like they tried to walk back, or they tried to connect with you during a time where you were still angry. Okay, I don't feel like you're angry anymore because the 9 of Swords is in reverse. So this is telling me this is past tense, right? This is the way you used to think. So ultimately, I feel like, honestly, you walk away from them, and I don't mean physically walk away from them. I feel like your energy is pulled back, and so they feel this energy pull. Straight up. What was the flipped? Queen of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords flipped over too. So this is just really clarifying that I feel like, honestly, Taurus, there's a balance within you now when it comes to your mental thoughts coming through, even in your shadow areas, okay? What's going on here with the Emperor? What's going on with the Emperor and my Taurus? We have the Knight of Cups. Interesting, man. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of transformation taking place. What is the dark shadows, though? That's you know what I mean? That's what's important here, is the dark areas, and I'm getting a whole lot of light. Taurus, maybe you've been so dark for so long that light's finally coming through for you, right? Let's see what's going on here. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Tauruses, please. What's going on with the Emperor, number 4, Emperor, right? Sorry, you guys, a little all over the place tonight, this morning. I don't even know why I said tonight. The Emperor, please clarify the Emperor. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like your Emperor, you're unhappy without this counterpart, period. Yeah, this person, it's like this person is your world. This person is your counterpart, okay? At least that's how you envision it. You envision this person as wise, as very attractive. They make you completely happy, completely abundant, you know? They're your world. It's like you feel like with them not being with you, that there's no happiness, right? There's nothing happening. There's nothing that, oh man, nothing else can compare, right? If you, I mean, honestly though, with this kind of energy, the way you feel for them, the way you feel for your counterpart, this other person you clicked on this video for, is very, very deep. And I feel like, honestly, the energy I'm getting here is that it's such a tricky energy, because I was there a long time ago, okay? And so I remember it, but I don't fully remember all the pain, ironically enough, because I've moved so much further past that. But it's like this person, I can't explain that, you guys. Let me let me just finish. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just that it's a memory I remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a feeling I remember, but I can't really recall it. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Interesting, right? Very interesting. What's going on with the Six of Cups here in reverse? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Six of Cups, this lack of give and take when it comes to the dark shadow area spirit. Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Six of Cups, please. Lovers, your soulmate. Wow, this is an intense, I'm sorry, my energy is really tripping right now. This is a very powerful connection, okay? Very, very powerful connection, and not just because of the Lovers card. There is like, I feel like honestly, everything that's happened to you, Taurus, and your person was for reason, okay? Can't explain it, but for you, Taurus, to be possessing, okay, and you could have air in your birth chart as well, okay, and this could explain a lot too. But for those of you that don't have air in your chart, which we still possess all 12 zodiac signs, so the air energy is all about thoughts, okay. This is the suit of mental clarity, communication, the power of thought, right? The power of your mind, right? This is serious Queen and King energy. That is a couple, right? Strong union between you, right? Between the person that you walked away from and the person that keeps walking away from you and the person that you ultimately just walked from. And I don't mean, again, physically walked from. It's important to remember that. I'm talking about you can pull your energy back, and that's walking away. Finally saying enough is enough if there isn't anything that is in the 3D, like getting impatient, right? Hate to say it straight up. I feel like, honestly, it's this back and forth with that, almost like playing games in a way. But ultimately, Taurus, you possess the Queen and King of Swords on top of you already being grounded with the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Does that make sense? This is very powerful, straight up. So I do feel like regardless in this connection, whatever the case may be for all of you guys, bottom line is Taurus is this powerful energy. We also have major arcana Lovers coming in, clarifying the Six of Cups. What wasn't equal, right? What are what is the shit that you need to face, the negatives in this connection, right? Why did you not get what's going on here? It's this soulmate connection, right? This was a contract made for you to learn, to grow as an individual, to transform. Spirit, what's going on with the Lovers here? The Emperor in reverse. Wow. Five of Wands. The Lord of Strife. This is the warrior, right? Taurus, you could be dealing with an Aries, fire energy. The Lovers here, the Emperor in reverse, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so honestly, I'm getting this energy that there wasn't an equal give and take, okay? Where you were at, Taurus, and where your partner was at was not the same place. I'm not understanding when. There's a tower moment here, so I think you will know this moment. Everybody's moment's going to be different, but it's when you felt like everything was swept from underneath your feet, okay? So whether you were in actual physical relationship when this happened or even in separation in another relationship, it's that point where you're down on your knees praying to God, crying, asking for a sign. That's that moment, right? That moment when you find faith, right? Even if you've doubted faith your entire life, that moment. There was a disconnect in that moment in the Emperor, in the counterpart. Okay, doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine here. Put yourself where you need to. Bottom line is, someone knew, and I feel like the Emperor knew, okay, the counterpart knew when they walked away that it was for something better. And I don't mean better for selfish, okay, because remember, this reading is not like the other readings. This wasn't for selfish gain. This is for, this person knew that this wasn't right and that you were more, it's feeling like you were worth more than that. So they knew that the pain and the struggle was for reason before the decision was even made. It's weird energy. Good energy, just different energy, straight up, Taurus. This is intense. All right, look, the blasted tower is also in reverse here, came out as well. I feel like, honestly, I'm going to have to clarify. This is interesting because I feel like, honestly, before, whatever happened between you two, okay, was not divine. The separation that happened, okay, was not divine's plan. Not with the tower here in reverse. This was by mistake, right? Did it by mistake. Straight up. I mean, let's clarify the tower really quick. Sorry. Let me just make sure. Spirit, what's this tower here for? What is this tower here for? Not the blasted tower in reverse that we just clarified with, but your actual card here. Okay, the tower card. I like this one because it's like alien zapping the building, straight up. Which is kind of a lot about spirituality because it's like, nobody knows. It's a belief. It's a trusting of something, higher than these ethos. But that's just an intense card. I love that card. Why is the tower here, Spirit, when it comes to my Tauruses? Why is this tower card here when it comes to the shadows? Show me what I need to see, please. Six of Wands, Lord of Victory. This is winning. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, this tower moment, interesting enough, this tower moment with your energy, not in the clarifying energy, with your energy, this tower moment is literally, it's like you want to rebuild to win, okay? It has nothing to do with your person right now, Taurus. This is you, your energy. The tower moment reflecting to your energy and your 6-card spread is saying, hey, look, you're being victorious, okay? You are literally being a warrior or whatever you want to call yourself, okay? But you're pushing through all of this because you want to win. You want to come out on top. You want to be victorious, straight up, okay? You are tired of the same old, same old. This makes sense why you're in the 10 of Swords in reverse. This makes sense why now you have the process and the power of thought and mental clarity. It's like now you understand. You're understanding a whole lot here. This transformation that is taking place is intense because, again, this is a mirroring energy. So this transformation is not just taking place with you, Taurus, but it's taking place with your person too. Okay, we're going to get into your person's energy after we pull advice for you. Let me clarify one more time this tower, please. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so interesting enough, this is what I was saying, right? So I feel like, honestly, this energy with you, this person walked away and separated from the queen, from the feminine energy, right? So it's like the masculine left the feminine. And in some cases, I don't mean physically that the man left the woman. This can be the woman walking away just as easy. But I feel like if this woman walked away from a man, then this woman was in her masculine energy. She was being ambitious, direction, taking action, right? Masculine energy. So this is why we say masculine and feminine are energies that we possess and we all possess, okay? When you're more emotional, that's more in your feminine, right? When you're more in, you're not believing and trusting in yourself, that's more delusions, more illusions. That can be feminine energy, right? The moon is emotions. This is feminine energy. The sun is masculine. It is growth. It is strength. It is what it is, okay? Bottom line is, when this first tower moment with your energy happens, this tower moment in your life, okay, the things that really have you dropping to your knees, when you feel like everything has been lost, when everything has been stripped from you, okay? Why? Because of this disunion, right? So you can look at this in a self way or you can look at this in a relationship way. Sorry, I know that was really close, okay? But this is the masculine and feminine energy, right? Of passion. This is the Queen of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands in the upright. So the masculine energy here was in the upper, like more of, right? The feminine energy is in it's unbalanced, period, okay? So before this tower moment, right? This tower moment with you, the way you see it, Taurus, is because this person has left you. This person has separated from you. This passion has left you. You feel in disunion, okay? You feel like the king, the masculine energy, has more power than you. Does that make sense? Clarifying when we go back to the Six of Cups and the Lovers, and of course, this person, honestly, I feel like they walked away from you because they wanted to save. It's like they knew something wasn't right, and so to save what could be, they walked away then, instead of allowing a connection that they were unsure of, okay? Not that they were unsure of you. They were unsure of with their thought process. It's important to understand a different perspective here, because it's not that this person didn't love you. There's the Lovers here. There's the Six of Cups. There's the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands. There's a lot of intense energy here, a lot of passion, a lot of emotions. There's a lot of mental clarity that's been had with you, Taurus. It's more, and again, it's not the fact that there's no love. It's the fact that this person's love is so strong that they were willing to walk away from you to save the connection. So when it's clarified with the Blasted Tower in reverse, should I just drop cards? When it's, again, I'll get that card in a minute. Clarifying the Six of Cups with the Blasted Tower in reverse, now this is on the opposing end. This is the regret from your person coming through. This is the decision that was made by this person against divine. I feel like, honestly, we're going to have to tap into this, like, straight up. Hey, Sophia. Let's see. Let's pull overall advice from Spirit. I'm really interested in this, you guys, really, because I'm feeling one way, but I don't want to necessarily say it right now because I don't want to give you guys, this is shadow working. I don't want to give you guys false hope, especially, and not even false hope, just, it's so hard to explain, Taurus, because where you're at right now is in a great mental state, and I don't want to come in and say something and then you'd be like, well, Jesus, now I'm going back on everything, right? Now everything that I thought maybe I should second guess it. No, don't second guess it. It's just that, let's pull advice real quick, okay? Let's pull some advice here. We're going to be using the Fairy Art Oracle. It's an awesome Oracle deck. Again, I have to read out of the book, you guys, because this book, the details in this book are just in the details. They're in the words, right? So I'm going to read it directly out of the book for you guys. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's energy, please. Advice for the shadows within my Taurus, please. Advice for the shadows within my Taurus energy, please, as a collective. I'm feeling really nervous right now, and I usually don't feel this nervous with my readings. It's like too many cards, you guys. I do want to take a look, though. I'm only going for one card here, all right? Advice for my Taurus's shadows, please. Ancestors among me, spirit guides, guardian angels. Advice, please, when it comes to the shadows of my Taurus. Okay, something flipped. I saw it. Okay, first of all, 4 is my lucky number, so I got excited to see this. I have Taurus in my chart, so I kind of relate. It's a little bit more confusing for me because this is like a past tense energy for me, but ultimately, you guys, look, okay? 4, 4, right? 8, 4, 4. I mean, let's read this, though, okay? So I'm not, that's if you're into numbers, okay? No, bottom of the deck, the blank card, right? Communication. Communication. I feel like somebody's going to come in with communication here. If you guys aren't in communication, that was just like a strong message. Let's see. Okay, I don't know. I'm probably going to butcher most of these names in the Fairy Oracle. It's just what it is. But this is the Lies of the Shadows, okay, or the Lists of the Shadows. Card 44. This is about healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, and self-esteem, okay? Let's see here. Starter reading. Let me make sure you guys can see that picture. Okay, ultimately, lies. I'm going to say Liz. I think it's Liz, okay? Ultimately, Liz is trying to help people develop true self-respect and self-esteem. But she has to start much further down the scale of idealism than that. She tries to inspire practical help for those who need it most. She is the inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by a damaged soul towards healing. Her presence in a reading indicates that something that had seemed lost and fixed in that loss is now open to healing. Someone is ready to begin with help, the climb out of the inner mirror. There is hope here and a need for loving kindness tempered by practicality. If you call upon Liz for assistance in helping another, she will always give it, often by encouraging that person to be receptive and others to also be helpful. She has time to support those who have time for others. Interesting. So honestly, I feel like Aries, this is your energy, period. So this would almost be like a warning to the cross watcher. I feel like, did I say Aries? Taurus? I said Taurus, right? This is your energy, Taurus, or did I say Aries? If I keep saying Aries again, I apologize, you guys. Ultimately, with this card, though, Taurus, this is your energy. You're in the energy of, again, this would be to your cross watcher saying, hey, look, just because I have given you my all, maybe I feel like this energy in past tense with honestly your connection with this person, I feel like there was a little bit of, honestly, Taurus, straight up, you weren't quite fully grounded yet. So you weren't really understanding the power that my Tauruses, my Toros actually like withheld, right? You didn't understand the things that you could actually manifest. You didn't understand the power of the manifestation, right? You didn't understand how grounded you really were when it came to being an earth sign. And honestly, you have to go through things to be able to figure that out, right? To be able to understand your powers and what your gifts are. So again, being an earth sign, Taurus, I feel like it just took you some time to really trust yourself, and love yourself, have value within yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you had to go through things to be able to build up self-worth, self-love. And I feel like when this person left you because you didn't value yourself enough. And I feel like that's where the disconnect was in the connection. This is why they walked away. Okay, does that make sense? That's what this card is saying. So again, this is kind of like a warning to the cross watcher as well. It's also too important that remember, even though my Taurus, wasn't grounded fully in that moment, my Taurus will not forget. And I don't mean forget in a negative way, like hold grudges or anything like that, but my Taurus will not forget because my Taurus has now planted their feet in the ground. So it's not a sense of Taurus forgetting or holding regret. It's the fact that now my Taurus is fully planted in the ground. So now, and it's not stubbornness. This is persistence. This is stability. This is comfort. This is long term. This is not Taurus before that was sometimes grounded and sometimes all over the place. Okay, this is now Taurus in their full energy, which is actually beautiful. That's actually amazing, Taurus. So just for the cross watcher out there, just understand that, because if you're having that perception that you can't communicate with this person or come back to my Taurus because of you feel like they're going to be like really angry or hold resentment, it's not even anything like that anymore. This is more of a now they know. So it's kind of interesting. Sorry, I know I was all over the place with that, right? So let's tap into your person's energy, right? Let's tap into the person you're here for. Let's find out what shadows. So, really quickly though, Taurus, interesting enough, in this reading, I was supposed to really shed light on the dark areas of your life. However, spirit comes through the way they come through, and a message for you is very positive. So I do feel like, honestly, a lot of my Tauruses have been going through negative shit, and I feel like it's your season. Okay, I feel like not that it's your season physically, but that it's your time. So I feel like now the scales are shifting, because the scales are shifting, right? Venus retrograde. Scales are shifting. So people who've been going through bad karma, bad issues, they've been learning their lessons. So now they're going to be getting their good karma, and vice versa. The people that have been gifted, all in the good karma, some of that bad karma is going to start coming back to them. All right. So let's go ahead and tap into your person. Let's find out what's going on with your person's dark areas, their shadows, their fears, their problems, all the dark stuff. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's person, please. My Taurus's person's person. Not person's person, but you know what I'm saying. My Taurus's person, the one they're here for, the one they're thinking of. Please show us the dark areas. What's going on? The devil in reverse, right? Those boundaries, those codependencies right there coming through in your person. Ha! Mirroring each other, I see, right? So here you are, Taurus. Here's your person's energy. You were the Nine of Swords in reverse, no longer being stuck in your head thinking about your person, right? You've moved forward. You've grown. You've learned that you are partially at fault for the actions of your past, but you're also not gonna, I guess, wait around forever, you know? So now it's like, now that you're pulling your energy back, Taurus, for you, for your sanity, now they're starting to feel that energy pull. And now they're up at night in their head. Yeah. But I do, look, here's the Six of Pentacles again. So this is, again, a mirroring energy here. This is why I saw that mirror card in the very beginning. You know, if you're connected, you're connected. There's nothing you can do. You can hate this person all you want, Taurus, and vice versa for the cross watcher, okay? But if there is a divine plan that you have no control over, there's a divine plan, you have no control over it. And usually when you guys are mirroring each other, it's either one of two things. It's either the negative or the positive. The negative being that it was regret, and it was just more of, because the energy, whatever you put out is like bounced everywhere, right? So if you're being greedy, the energy is going to bounce everywhere and you're going to rub some of that greediness off to people. But if you're being positive with things, right? So it's all about your energy actually does bounce off of people, right? People can pick up on energy very quickly. And I don't think we as humans understand our power that we have when it comes to our energy vibes, right? Our frequency. Ultimately, though, with the Six of Pentacles, I'm feeling like you guys are sharing there. Okay, so it's like you're almost communicating. This is why this was a different read, Taurus, right? I feel like you guys are communicating without verbally communicating. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like you guys just have this connection. Yeah, Seven of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there were illusions most definitely here. There's a lot of illusions here, Taurus, when it comes to something still, okay? With this person's energy, not yours. Because remember, for you, it was very positive. This is why I said this is mirroring effect, right? How you were once feeling, this person's now feeling. Bottom of the deck, yeah. Six of Wands. Okay, so I feel like before, honestly, your person, Taurus, straight up, and look, the Lovers came out in your person's side too. So you guys are soulmates, straight up. This is a serious connection, okay? Serious connection. With the Six of the Wands on the bottom of the deck grounding your person's energy, this is telling me that this energy is because of their ego in the past. So I didn't think there was ego issues, but now with this energy coming through as a grounding energy for your person, this is letting me know that there were ego issues with your person. So I feel like honestly there was this equal give and take. I feel like this equal give and take was within them. And what I mean was they walked away. They didn't want to spoil or sour, so to speak, the opportunity in the future. I feel like this person walked away from you because they did want to give this a chance. They just weren't ready to give it a chance then, okay? And so for some of you guys, y'all might be all like, hell no, I'm never giving this person a chance again. They fucked up, okay? Well, if it's a part of the divine purpose, it's a part of the divine purpose. And if it doesn't happen in this lifetime, as much as you fight it, it'll eventually happen because there's something to be had there, okay? There is a reason for it. Ultimately, it's your decision, though, how long you prolong a connection like this. But ultimately, this person before did have this sense of ego, right? I feel like it's not that there was ego, it's that this person had a lot of options, okay? A lot of options. So again, this is telling me this person is good looking. This person is charismatic, probably very chivalrous. This is someone who is a prince, right? This is someone who the little old ladies love, the young girls yet love, but yet, the principal, the nurse, everybody's like gaga, like, oh my God, he's a gorgeous man. That kind of energy, Let's start with the Devil in reverse, okay? This is an intense read here. So honestly, I feel like now the codependency used to be on you, Taurus, and now the codependency is on your person. But I feel like even with your person's energy, the codependency is still not as intense as yours, straight up. I feel like they have a little bit more strength here, not in that way, just in the addiction part. I do feel like they were addicted to something else, though, okay, not you. I feel like there was an addiction when it came to alcohol or physical, actual drugs, okay? Maybe the addiction was to, again, this Five of Wands energy in reverse, okay? Wow. We'll get into those in a minute. Yeah, I feel like this is past tense though. Okay, so the addictions are past tense here. But there is still now, because now they're sober, all right? So now they're coming to the realization of a lot of things that before the alcohol was putting a Band-Aid on. Don't do it. No. Stay back. Sorry, my cat. There, I have a table right there next to my camera setup, and he's just looking at the table like he's trying to figure out, like, he's doing that number where, like, okay, where can I fit this in? Where can I jump? And if he does, he's just going to go sliding. No. Look, I'm telling you, you might see some shit. My camera might knock over. I'm about to throw something at him so he doesn't go. No. Go. He didn't even move. Straight up, he didn't even move. Straight up. Go, Lucky. My goodness. Girls, come get Lucky. So, nine of swords, right? In the upright. Your person literally, I'm going to get mad at this cat. He's literally about to jump. No. No. Hey, girls, come get the cat. Oh my God, he's playing with everything that I throw at him. I'm so sorry. Hurry, come get Lucky. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, never mind, he walked off. Okay, I apologize, but literally he was about to jump off the table and just knock everything. I could just see him. He was still like, I was throwing stuff at him and he's swatting it, playing with me. Can y'all get Lucky right here off the table? And make sure you don't touch the camera either, baby, because I was afraid he was gonna knock it over. Yeah. Okay, you guys, apologize. So again, your person's in their thoughts though here. Your person's in their head. Again, so this is that mirroring effect. I feel like, you know, Taurus, in the past when this person walked away from you, you were definitely, you know, they were definitely in your head. You definitely, you know, and of course when you go to lay down at night and you rest and you quiet, okay, this is why I like to speak so much of the silence, of the resting, of the quietness, because believe it or not, when you're seeking answers, the answers come to you in those moments of silence, in the resting moments. This is why when you go to lay down at night, this is why everything starts to pop into your head, right? So you, Taurus, remember that energy. This is the energy that your person has right now, okay? So clearly we're going to clarify and find out what's going on. We know there's an equal give and take when it comes to the manifestation of things, meaning just as much as this person walks away, you're pulling your energy now. Now, I know it's not for the same reason, okay, Taurus, I get it. I know this person hurt you. They walked away from you. They didn't share these emotions with you, and therefore they just shut you off. But for them, now they're feeling that. So it is the same equal give and take. This connection is happening because you guys are a duality. You guys are a couple, even if you're not a couple in the 3D. So as above, so below. So what you're feeling is what you're feeling. The connection above, you're feeling below. So ultimately, there is an equal give and take, okay? Maybe not in the perception that you're seeing, but in the higher perspective, it is, okay? Queen of Pentacles in reverse is an energy of not manifesting their queen, okay? Not manifesting. I feel like, honestly, what they have manifested is not what they wanted. I feel like Queen of Pentacles, regardless if this is you in disunion, Taurus, which Pentacles energy is obviously a Taurus Queen energy, right? Taurus energy. But again, it's because they don't have you. It's this separation. It's the not having you. But in the same aspect, it can also refer to this third party, whatever they put their focus on, whatever they're involved with now. It's this, you know, this feeling again of, sorry for my connection, you guys, if you guys are getting a bad connection. Sorry, you guys. I will read over your comments here just in a minute. Ultimately, though, this can also be that third party, right? So this can also be the person that, or the thing that they put their energy into. It's also not manifesting that, right? Because it's like they're not happy. They don't want to manifest it. So it can be on either opposite ends of the scale here. But again, this lover's connection is coming through very, very, very hard, you know, very strong soulmate connection here. And then with the 7 of Cups in reverse, there's a lot of illusion. So let's clarify, and then we will pull, where are we, 59 minutes? We probably have about another 30, 45 minutes, you guys. So I'm going to clarify your person's energy, and then we will pull advice for your person, spirit's advice for your person from the Fairy Oracle, and then we'll pull a few Oracle cards. So these videos have been lasting about an hour and a half. I feel like shadow work is really, really important, okay? So if you have any questions, I will go over the comments once I'm done with the reading and answer whatever questions you may have. I do not do free readings. I do not ask personal questions. If you have anything personal that you want to discuss, please feel free to email me. My email is down in the description box down below. Send me an email and I can send you some of my price list. Or if you just need some, you know, overall questions pertaining to my channel or what shadow work is, that's what the email's for, okay? So let's go ahead and clarify what's going on with this devil energy in reverse. For my Taurus's person, what's going on with this devil energy in reverse? What did I say? Illusions, right? The moon card. And we have the Princess of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like, honestly, before, when it came to you, Taurus, in their view, there was just, and this is why I was saying I was picking up on that energy. I feel like before, when they looked at you, they saw when you were grounded, but they also saw when you weren't grounded. And it was like you were still a little immature when it came to your powers, Taurus. Okay, your powers to manifest, your powers to be grounded, stable, consistent, working hard, but yet also the beauty in the nature of things, right? So the love for nature, the love for animals, that kind of energy, right? But again, with the Princess of Wands energy, this is telling me that this person, honestly, they knew that there was a lack. Like, it's not that there was a lack of passion, but when you weren't grounded, they weren't comfortable with that. Okay, I feel like that, with whatever negative your person had, didn't register good with them. Does that make sense? Like, maybe it reminded them of something from their past. 8 of Cups here. Yep, Lord of Abandoned Success, the person that gave up, right? Yeah, for sure. So there was definitely illusions with the connection that they gave up on, okay, the things that they've abandoned. The illusions are the things they abandoned. They walked away from things thinking that they weren't good. So it's kind of like, instead of learning, like, I feel like, honestly, instead of learning to just deal with things with you, they chose to deal with things separate from you until you kind of matured. Makes sense? So instead of sticking it out through thick and thin, they chose to almost somewhat hold on to their pride, and the other options had them. It's like the other options in their life made it a little bit easier for them to be able to choose just to wait. Because I feel like, honestly, they knew that they had you here. Okay, yeah, the decision that was made, right? For sure. What's going on with this 9 of Swords, Spirit? What are the thoughts that keeps this person up at night? Show me what I need to see. The High Priestess in reverse. Not trusting their intuition, the decision they made, the illusions that they now see. Can I get any clearer? The things they abandoned. What's going on with this equal give and take? Let's clarify. Remember, I said I feel like this is just the almost the mirroring effect between you guys, okay? But it could be something different, so let's clarify here. Way too many cards. All right. What's going on with the 6 of Pentacles, Spirit? Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? What is this equal give and take? Again, way too many cards. Hold on. Way too many cards here, too. The Hermit in reverse. I do feel like, honestly, your person, Taurus, is just kind of now in this kind of stage of regret, right? What is the bottom of the deck? What happened here? Oh. Yeah, but bottom of the deck, we have Fortitude, we have Strength. Okay, so I do feel like your person's really strong, clearly. I feel like they're a divine counterpart now more so than they were before, okay? Because remember, even though your person had a little bit of ego, I don't feel like they were egotistic like all the other readings. Like, I don't feel this strong, like, cocky attitude, even though they could come off a little bit, what's the word? Arrogant, but not necessarily cocky. You know what I'm saying? Like a sexy kind of cocky, not necessarily like a shove it in your face cocky, you know, if that even makes sense, right? Kind of annoying, but at the same time, kind of sexy annoying, you know? That kind of energy here. I feel like this person, it's like they refused to go in for so long. Like, they tried to, again, grounding them, stay strong here, right? They tried to be the man, the divine feminine, or this can be a female too, okay? Just like that, the ballsier one, okay? This competition to be almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the first one to express emotions, not the first one to say, I love you, not the first one to say they actually care. That kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the competition I'm feeling here. But the Hermit in reverse, this person really did not want to go in. And I think this is what's keeping them up at night now, because now they know that where they're at, the situation they're in, is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, right? Not happy where they're at and not happy with the decision that was made. The illusions that they thought they were going to, you know, what they thought life was going to be, or how easy life would be if they just chose a path that wasn't as difficult. And ultimately what happened was now it just created two paths that were very difficult instead of just following the one path that was kind of difficult. You know what I'm saying? Now they've made it double difficult. All right, let's see what's going on with this Queen of Pentacles energy. Let's just make sure that it is you. All right, Taurus. We have the Nine of Swords, okay? This is someone who put them through a lot of shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so honestly, Taurus, I thought this was your energy coming through here. This is not your energy. I feel like this is the situation they're in. Seven of Cups is telling me that there was a lot of illusions within this connection, or this could be you still, okay? A lot of illusions. This makes sense. I think this is you, Taurus. Might not be, okay? This might be different, two different situations here. Honestly, I feel like a part of you guys, there was illusions the way this person saw you. They didn't see you, like they honestly thought that you were just immature, you were being kind of naive with some of your behaviors, maybe even just kind of foolish, but I don't think they realized that you had issues. You had things that you were hiding. And I don't mean secrets, I mean, well, yeah, you can call them secrets, but not negative secrets like that you did to anybody, but just things that you had been through in life, right? Drama, trauma. Things, family, etc., relationships, previous, that kind of thing, right? I feel like the baggage, right? The baggage, I feel like you wear the baggage really well. Like you not wear the baggage really well, like you hide the baggage really well, right? Like all your demons are literally in your closet. Nobody has a key to that bitch. It's like zip tied, freaking locked with locks. Like it's like hidden, can't even find it. It's gone, right? That was this energy. I feel like honestly though, this is you coming through now, again with the blasted tower, right? This separation is got them up at night, seriously. They're reliving the illusions. They're being cruel to themselves, right? They're doing what you were doing, Taurus. And maybe even Taurus, you're doing this too, because if you guys are mirroring each other, then very easily you can go right back, Taurus, to this energy. Four of Cups, Lord of Blended Pleasure. Yeah, here we are again with the Lord of Blended Pleasure. The yin and yang, right? The finding the pain in the pleasure and finding the pleasure in the pain. Like it's blended. You know what I'm saying? It's like, love and pain is the same thing. Unconditional love. You love someone for the goods and bads, right? You know this. It's all blended. Love is love. Let's find out why the Lovers is here with your person. Why is this in the shadows? What's going on with the Lovers here? Temperance in reverse. Not reconciliating. Or maybe it's not that you're not reconciliating, but there's no balance right now, okay? So there is no reconciliation currently. That's just straight up. If you guys are in negative energy, why would you want to reconciliate? Why would you want to... I mean, I get it. You think this person would just come and, wipe your tears and take all your pain away. That's not how it works, though, okay? Even the best of people, okay, or the worst of people can't do that. Like, not even the most powerful people can do that. Like, it's just the energy of understanding that things work out and there's a reason and there's a time for healing. There's a time for resting. There's a time for recovery, okay? Ascension, awakening. What's going on with this Lovers here? And the Temperance in reverse. Why did the Temperance come through in the reverse? Explain to me, Spirit, what this is, please. Are we on time? 59 minutes, you guys. Sorry, long read. What's going on with this not reconciliating? Manifestation. Yeah, just like I was saying. You don't want to manifest this right now. You're working on manifesting you. Working on manifesting, the shadows that you need to face, okay? Ultimately, I don't even feel like it's you, Taurus. I feel like right now, it's you've pulled your energy back, and I feel like this person, because you've pulled your energy back, now they want to manifest. They want to manifest not having this reconciliation. They want to manifest reconciliation in a nutshell. They don't like being in this energy. Knowing that they're connected to you and knowing that they haven't communicated with you, they haven't reconciled with you, They haven't reached out to you. They haven't tried to repair the damage. They haven't tried to repair this disunion or this disconnect. They do want to manifest, work. They want to work. Okay, let's not say manifest, because I think it's important to understand that manifesting is working. Okay, whether this is working on yourself, working on love, working on passion, creativity, job, money. I feel like it's all of it though here, okay, very strongly. It's everything. I feel like they're working on manifesting what is illusions, how to equally give to you as much as they've taken from you, okay? Because this person knows they've faced the facts here that they've taken a lot of things because they didn't trust their intuition, okay? They chose to what they thought to take the easy way out, right? The high road out. Unfortunately, what they thought was the high road and the easier road was not. But ultimately, it's the Six of Swords, right? Again, sometimes I like the Six of Swords and sometimes I don't, but the way it just came out right now, it's like fighting, right? Victory, working hard and working, right? The manifestation part, working for what it is. Like you worked out the mental state, the mental state process, right? I feel like honestly, Taurus, you're going to teach this person how to get out of this by your actions, straight up. You don't even have to communicate with this person. What you do, this person will follow suit because they're connected to you. They may not understand what it is, but it's just the way it works, right? That's a divine connection. So if you've ever felt this not understanding why you're attached to somebody, usually because it's a soul contract, whether it's karmic, whether it's not karmic, I'm sorry, whether it's soulmate or twin flame, obviously it's out of our control. We don't know that. We didn't see the story when it was written. We didn't create it, right? We just follow suit. Two of Pentacles, yep. Duality, union, manifesting, abundance, balancing everything when it comes to love, relationships, passion, creativity, anything you create, right? But there is no new passionate beginning. So I think it's just important to understand it right now. That's just where your person's at. So let's find out what's still going on in the shadows, all right? Show me the 7. That was way too many. 2 of Cups did come out in the upright, though, where I could see it, okay? The other 2 cards were downward. 2 of Cups, union, right? I was asking what's going on with the 7 of Cups in reverse. Remember, the 7 of Cups is also about, again, the abandoned success, right? The things that we abandoned. But in the reverse, this is the things that this person abandoned. They want to, again, reconstruct, rebuild the damage that has been done. Okay, that's what this card is here. Sorry. So I do feel like, honestly, here, I do feel like they want union with you. Okay, I feel like they want to fix, again, rewrite history here. They want to rewrite the wrongs. But ultimately, they still have to work on it, okay? It's not just going to happen overnight. And Taurus, you just have to understand that here. Spirit, anything else when it comes to the 7 of Cups in reverse? Yeah, the Star. They're hoping and dreaming. They're wishing at night. I feel like this is what's keeping them up at night. Seriously, I feel like your person's energy, Taurus, is very motivated to try to fix. They're keeping themselves up at night. Yes, there's some cruelty involved in this. Yes, they're beating themselves up, thinking about the things that they walked away for, the illusions, because now they see things for what they are, right? So now they know, it's like now the illusions have been shed. This is their shadow work. They're working on themselves. They are doing the shadow work, period, okay? There is no shadow work to really be shed. There is no damage to be shed because they're working on it. Does that make sense? And interesting enough, Taurus, you just worked on it. So this is, again, that mirroring energy. And how important it is to understand soulmate connections, okay? Divine connections created, right? Right. Let's go ahead and get advice from Spirit when it comes to your person. So we know really quickly when it comes to your person, Taurus, let's recap this. Ultimately, you know, yes, they walked away. Yes, they had lots of options. Okay, yes, they had lots of steamy, passionate options. Okay, your person is a steamy, passionate person, okay? This will always be. This is why you were attracted to them as well, right? Ultimately, though, they did have addictions. They did have possibly drug or alcohol addictions in the past. We know this is a thing of the past. However, because of those addictions, because of becoming sober and no longer facing those, no longer dealing with those addictions, right? Now the wool has been removed from their eyes. Now they can see things properly. Now they're not drowning their sorrows, right? They're not chemically fixing their sorrows, right? So ultimately, the illusions start to be what it is. They start to realize the past mistakes, walking away from things that they should have worked harder on. Ultimately, this is anybody that walks away from something when they're under the influence of others' influence or alcohol influence or social influence. The list can go on and on and on. Ultimately, though, they made a decision and they didn't trust their intuition. They trusted their head, their ego, right? The options. They stay up late at night, but they stay up late at night wishing and hoping for things to be changed. And it's important to understand that this connection, when I say that they want to reconciliate, they want to fix the wrongs of the past, this does not mean that they have to necessarily, don't expect Taurus for them to rewrite history and make things perfect for you. They're going to rewrite their history as far as the actions that they feel like they need to face, okay? So again, it's a different perspective. So it's important to understand when I say the equal give and take, the balance within this connection, and the things that were destroyed within this connection, the union that was destroyed within this connection, the choice for them to walk away. Again, they want to manifest and fix these things, but it's from a standpoint of understanding that they don't still understand, they still don't know you, Taurus, okay? And Taurus, you've done a lot of work here, okay? So now you're very, very grounded and firmly set, okay? So you're not the same energy you once were, not the immature energy that they knew. So again, it's important to understand this equal give and take is the most important thing in this connection. This is the thing that is in the middle of your read, okay? This was for you as well, all right, Taurus? So just remember this, because this is the one thing that will help balance you out when you guys are offset, okay? I know it sounds weird, but that's going to make sense for somebody. Ultimately, though, Taurus, this person, they do want to manifest a new beginning with you. Now, where that new beginning goes is ultimately up to you and the work you do as well, straight up. If you don't, and clearly, Taurus, you've already done it, so it's more, again, this energy is following suit. That's just how soul connections work, all right? So let's find what Spirit has to say about this connection with this person, okay? So I'm going to move these out of the way, and then we'll get into where we at in time, 107. We actually did pretty good, Taurus. Again, I'll be reading out of the book, okay? And my nail's broken, so I have a hard time shuffling, so don't make fun of me. All right, Taurus, this person's advice when it comes to their shadow, Spirit. Taurus, this person's advice when it comes to their shadows. The difficulties within their lives, the challenges. Advice when it comes to those places. All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's person, please. Advice for Taurus's person. These cards are so flimmy. I wish they were a little bit thicker. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to Taurus's person. Advice for Taurus's persons, please. For the shadows within the Taurus's person's energy. That's too many cards, you guys. I'm only going for one card. Maybe two, if two like really significantly like pop out. But for the most part, I only do one card, all right? One card, please, Spirit. When it comes to Taurus's person. Advice for Taurus's person, please. Maybe Spirit doesn't have any advice for you guys. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, show me what I need to see, please. These cards, too. These cards are super flimsy. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Taurus's advice, please. My Taurus's person's advice. There we go. 65, the feline. The feline, ironically, this is one wanted to come out a few times in my readings. This week, anyways. 65 is the number, though, for any of you guys who are into numbers. Number 11. All right. 65, the feline. Getting it right, delayed completions, and tidying up loose ends. The feline looks out at this card accusingly, reminding us of things undone, promises unkept, and duties unfulfilled. He says that we can't expect to have things go right when we are trailing so much in unfinished business behind us. Dragging that stuff around tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things. We would just take care of these things that cause so much mental. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Let me backtrack because that came out so fucked up, all right? He says that we can't expect to have things go right when we are trailing so much unfinished business behind us. Dragging that stuff around tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things. If we would just take care of these things that cause so much mental and sometimes physical clutter, we would suddenly find that we would have a lot more energy at our disposal to do things, right? That we actually really want to do. And probably much more cooperation from others as well. He especially suggests that we take care of the little things that matter to others. We will feel so much better when we have done that, and so will he. So ultimately, it's about just, again, that equal give and take. Interesting enough, this came out in the last reading too, Aries energy. I did keep saying Aries in the reading. You could have Aries in your chart. Ultimately, though, I do feel like with this card, it's just this sense of that equal give and take, okay? So if it's negative energy you're taking, it's negative energy you're going to get, and it's negative energy that you're going to put out. So that's just what it is. So that's why there's a strong emphasis on the energy and the equal give and take of that energy, okay? It's important to understand, Taurus, whatever you're going through, your person will go through. I do feel like, Taurus, you're the leader in the energy pool, so I feel like you're going to have the lead here. Now, that's not saying that this can't go backwards and that your person can't, pull the lead. You may have pulled your energy back and chose to walk away from this connection, and this person can very easily come back being totally different than how they were before and change your whole perspective. So it's one of those things, just be lighthearted with everything. So let's go ahead and pull some overall oracle, okay, really quick. Let's find out what's going on for the possible outcome between you guys, and then we will call it quits. We'll probably be done in about 15 minutes, probably less, okay? All right, Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to these two, please. Show me the connection between these two and the things and the messages they need to see. Make sure there's nothing else. We'll go through the deck a few times. A lot of cards did come out for you guys. Yeah, 6 cards. Let's go through the deck one more time and just make sure there's nothing else. One more time. Good luck, sake. All right. Bottom of the decks, we have the Phoenix, transition, right? Change. We also have ascending here, so ascension, right? Because it's really important. It's just important to understand that even the negatives are positives in life, okay? As much as we don't like to realize it, there's always opportunities in all of our problems and all of our fears. Self-indulgence is coming through, okay? So self-indulgence, again, is about focusing on you, Taurus, as well as even the cross-watcher focusing on themselves, okay? It's all about really gaining the strength that you need to be able to create boundaries so that people can't take from you, because, again, people will take what you gladly give them. So ultimately, it's about that, focusing on yourself, Taurus, focusing on yourself, cross-watcher, to be able to have a healthy life, okay? Baby steps. Clearly, you can't get rid of all the toxic stuff in your life overnight. You might have to start with one thing, maybe then another, until you ultimately have a healthier lifestyle, okay? But just really focusing on yourself. This also represents shadow work, this reading right here, focusing on the areas of life that aren't always the prettiest, because that's where you're going to learn something, okay? Again, we have ascension, right? Ascending, really transforming, going through obstacles, learning from the obstacles. It's all about expansion, kind of like the Sag energy, right? All about expansion here. So new phases, also preparing for union, because it's like, and the reason I say Sag energy is because when a Sag gets set on something, they don't just get set on it and work on it like a earth sign, like a Capricorn. They tend to really expand their mind and become open-minded. So this is what that extension is about for me, okay? We also have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Remember what I was saying? Automatically, there's a third-party energy, of course, because it's being pulled outward, right? So again, I feel like it just kind of, they had lots of options, okay? So ultimately, when things weren't going right with one connection, they had illusions around them that looked better, that looked great, that didn't have as much emotions. Okay, so again, it wasn't that they intentionally were trying to hurt you, it's just that they took the easier way out, right? We also have the girl with snake. Okay, um, this is about being charmed or being used, but remember, if you're setting up boundaries, this can never take place. So I hate to even really see this, because if I do see this, the energy I pick on is because I don't let this energy in my readings. In a nutshell, it's like, okay, look, if you're being charmed or you're being used, it's because you're allowing it. And I know a lot of people don't understand that concept, and it's really hard for you to have a different perspective on it. But you allow what you allow. Now, clearly, there's things that happen that go against your own will, and those things are not narcissistic. Narcissistic is being controlled. Narcissism is being under the influence. So you allow that, okay? So that's because these type of people tend to usually prey on people who are weak-minded. So sorry, you guys. These kind of people tend to prey on weak-minded people, people who don't understand that. And it's not that they're weak individuals, it's just that they're they're weak-minded when it comes to that. So they don't understand that concept of, hey, look, if you set up boundaries, these people can't take from you. This type of person cannot take from you. So ultimately, I hate seeing that card, because when I see this card, this is kind of like the shadow work within you, Taurus, that needs to be done. Which again, I feel the reason this didn't come out really heavily is because I feel like, Taurus, honestly, you're not in this energy anymore. I feel like now this is your person's energy. Now your person is like being charmed by you, and you're not even intentionally doing it. This is why I said you have to understand, when this person walked away from you, they didn't do it intentionally. They did it for their own good, their own reason, okay? So again, with the equal give and take in the manifestations of this connection, same thing with this narcissism, because anybody can be a narcissist, okay? And it becomes a part of control. It becomes a part of not fully understanding that dynamic, okay? Not fully understanding that you have to be open-minded enough to not try to influence people. Let them be who they are. Does that make sense? Ultimately, though, this is about boundaries. Okay, ultimately just setting up those boundaries, period. Okay. We also have coffin. This relationship's over. Okay. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, what the hell are you talking about? You just sat there and said this connection was amazing. This connection is great. Well, yeah, clearly it is. But clearly there was also an ending that led you to this video. There was obviously something that ended that has you here, right? There's obviously something that is still holding you to this person. That's what this is. Okay. That grounding you is this coffin, right? That ending, because there was something for you to learn from that ending, so that you can create a new beginning, whether it's with this person or not, okay? But this union cannot come into full union or full fruition unless you work on you. Ultimately, gain is when you can become union within, to where if this person comes in and they're in this girl with the snake charming kind of energy, you're going to be able to pick up on it, because you've already established those boundaries, and this person can't come in and take from you. This person can only take what you are willing to give them, right? So again, it's like playing a game of cards, right? A game of poker. Make sure that you lay down one card at a time, or two cards, or whatever you need to lay down, right? Just don't show your hand unless you know it's a winning, right? What is it called? A winning hand. Don't show it. Don't expose your cards until you're fully confident with the cards that you have. Makes sense? Clearly, you don't want to lay down your cards when you have, I don't know, a jack. Like, I don't know. I think you get what I'm saying. My point is that this is clearly a game, so you have to make sure you play it right, but also don't create so many boundaries that you're not allowing somebody to be in. So you have to equally be balanced enough to say, you know what, I'm open-minded, but at the same time, I'm not going to allow you to take everything. Okay, so I love you, Taurus. I hope this made sense. I hope this helped you in some way, shape, or form. Next week, I've decided to do shadow work again on the 1st and 3rd weeks of the month. And then on the 2nd and 4th weeks of the month, we're going to be doing your general love reading. So Taurus, I'm interested to tap into your love reading, because clearly, even in your shadow work, your love reading came through. So I'm interested in next week to see where your energies are at as far as love goes, but we're going to focus on more of the light. Okay, so this today was more of the dark side. Ultimately, you didn't have a whole lot of dark, okay? Just remember to keep those boundaries where they need to be, but don't have them to where they're hurdles where nobody can jump over, okay? My misunderstood tattoo. Um, my misunderstood tattoo was actually when I was younger, right? Um, I could never communicate. I had a really hard time communicating because everything would come out so angry. So I had issues. I had alcoholism. I was addicted to drugs. So I had a rough life. Even more so, being mixed, has been very hard on me. I have so much nationalities in me. I have Hispanic in me, Mexican, Italian, German, Indian, Native American. My grandfather, believe it or not, worked on the railroad, was actually killed working on the railroad. There's a whole lot of stuff behind my story for this tattoo. Ultimately, ultimately, the main meaning behind the misunderstood tattoo is because I don't fit into either or crowds. I think being mixed is way more harder on people than just being one nationality. At least being one nationality, you fit in somewhere. When you're mixed, it's like you have totally two opposites, and you're not fully for one and you're not fully for, what I'm saying, like one doesn't accept you because you're not full and the other one doesn't accept you because you're not full. So you see like the not being accepted. So a lot of that like had to do with my past trauma, what I'm saying, like not really having a place to fit in. Like the whites wouldn't accept me because I didn't speak white. Like, what I'm saying. And then the Hispanics didn't accept me because I fully didn't speak Spanish and I didn't look Hispanic in any way, shape, or form. So I had a very hard time. Thank you. I used to not be like this. I think that's why I was actually so driven to speak to people, just whether it was using tarot or just motivational speaking, because I come from a place where it was very hard for me to communicate. And it wasn't that it was hard for me to communicate how I felt. It was because that was actually the problem. I communicated very well when it came to the way that I spoke. It's just that I had past trauma, childhood trauma that I would hold on to. So it created a lot of addiction, a lot of alcoholism, a lot of anger built up within because I was never accepted, not only within my home life. And I don't mean from my parents. I'm talking about just like cousins, relatives, like two different families. It's total bipolar opposites, honestly, it is. But yeah, you learn through experience. So it's, that's exactly what it is. So this tattoo actually has a huge meaning behind it. So yeah. Thank you for asking, actually. I do get that occasionally. I don't actually get it that much. So, and I will say that I got this tattoo before the Juicy J song. What song was it where he's talking about misunderstood or something? I don't know. Anyways, I don't even know why I was going through this text. See, you guys are making me nervous. Okay, you guys. That's all I have for you. Let me go over the comments, though, and I'll chat with you guys for a minute. Let's see. Hi, Michael, again, if you're still on. I hope I do not pronounce your name. I believe it's Ra or Ray, Gayatri or Gayatri. Mara, hey Mara. Let's see, I'm just kind of going through. Preet, hey Preet, what's up Preet? Hi all of you guys over there on Facebook. Hey Ryan. I think it's pretty much over you. Hi Ryan over on YouTube. So I do have a few of you guys on. All in all, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So yeah. Let's see. Yes, what is your question? I like Stairway by Heaven. I do. I like Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Really good song. Let's see. All right, you guys. So that's it. I will see you guys next week. Again, where we will tune into your love readings. I hope I answered all of your questions for you. Yeah. All right. I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. And I will see you guys next week. Okay. Y'all take care. Bye. See y'all later.